Alabama football is now predicted to land a huge, and I mean huge, recruit. Stick around. Let's talk about it. There's a lot more to come. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Welcome to your favorite, and I mean favorite, Alabama talk show on YouTube, Way Offsides. We have a lot to get into. You all know that recruiting is heavy right now all over the country. All eyes are on Xavier Griffin. People are talking about Jair Edwards, Xavier Crowell at Texas. There's just so much going on. How do you keep up with all this information? How do you keep it? How do you know? How do you know the latest news? Well, we post a lot of content, a lot of recruiting content because you guys love recruiting. Now, I'll be honest with you, we don't know everything. We have some informants, some insiders, people that talk to us and give us information. And then some of it's just watching what's going on across the landscape and formulating our own opinion. But I can promise you this, we will keep you covered if you subscribe. When you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell. You can also find us on socials everywhere at Way Offsides. That is Way with 4 A's, never 3. 5's too many. 4, just like in the word Alabama. Now, Bama has been absolutely killing it on these official visits. We're going to do a video about Xavier Griffin later, so please hit your notification bell. Keep an eye out for that one. Some things seem to be changing a little bit there. We'll keep an eye on it, but we'll talk about that later, I promise. But looking ahead of that situation, Alabama's still in really, really good shape with him and with some other people, Sedarian Morgan, Xavier Crowell. And we've been talking so much about these people. Folks are like, well, when are we going to talk about somebody else? Well, today we are. We have put in an official Whoop. If those of you who don't know what Whoop are and you're new to the channel, that is a Way Offsides official prediction. It's kind of like a crystal ball or a fong bomb, or it's just a prediction. We think Alabama's going to land this guy. We have put one in for 4-star interior offensive lineman Sam Utu out of Orange, California. Now, a lot of you may not know this kid. A lot of you, he's kind of flown under the radar in some recruiting agencies. He kind of popped up out of nowhere. He's on campus literally right now. It's Sunday, so he'll be leaving today likely. But, you know, Hawaiian guy, got a lot of, he's actually very close to the Tagovailoa family. They were on campus last week during Alabama's official visit with Malachi Lee. Some of them were there this weekend, hence the prediction. Now, let's talk about Sam Utu, because I know a lot of you probably were like, well, who is he? What does he do? Well, he comes out of Orange Lutheran, Orange, California. That's going to be Orange Lutheran High School. He is this is just, listen to this. 6'4", 320 pound interior offensive lineman. He's a 4-star, rated 91 overall. He is the number 14 interior offensive lineman in the country. He's the number 22 player in California, 211th player nationally. Some schools that are interested in him, that have offered him, Texas, SMU, USC, Washington, Alabama, as well as some others. Now, his RPM is pointing straight at the Tide. It's pointing straight at Tuscaloosa. I don't know if that's going to change at all for him, honestly. I think that this might be a straight slam dunk for Alabama. This one might be done. We'll see. He will take an official visit to Texas next weekend. Interestingly enough, 5-star linebacker Xavier Griffin will be there as well. Now, what's cool here is you look at his, we tell you all the time when you're talking about recruiting, follow the visits, right? When you look at his visit center over on On3 or anywhere else, the kid has visited USC a lot. He's taken a ton of unofficial visits. He has not taken an official visit in the past couple of months to USC, but overall, he's taken 7 visits. He's gone to Nebraska. He's only visited Alabama twice, but this official visit today or this weekend, seems like it may have been enough to bump him towards the Tide. So let's learn a little bit more about him, who he is. So we're going to go over to 247 because I love that they're national recruiting analysts. They give really good synopsis of these athletes, and I like reading them personally. And it just, they're more qualified in some sense to give this information than I am sometimes. And so, if I don't know a lot about the recruit, I'll always go to them. And so this is from Greg Biggins, a national recruiting analyst over at 247 Sport. Utu is one of the region's top offensive line prospects. Been a dominant force at tackle since his freshman season. He offers a ton of positional versatility and has tackle feet, balance, athleticism, but he's more of a guard frame. They can see him playing all over an offensive line. So he is, including center. So he is that kind of multi-tool guy that you like to have on your offensive line. We all know that offensive linemen, big dudes, those big uglies in the trenches, they're at higher risk of injury. We saw this play out last year early for Alabama on their offensive line. They were having plug and play guys move them around, play Jenga on the offensive line. Well, this is a guy who can come in and fit at a lot of those positions. He's a multi-purpose athlete on the offensive line. It's a big deal because it helps you with your depth, and that's something that Kalen DeBoer, as well as all head coaches right now, are struggling to build on their rosters is depth, championship contending depth, because folks want to bounce as soon as they're offered a paycheck and the transfer portal opens up. So he's technically sound and plays with advanced technique in terms of his ability to play with leverage, hand placement, and body control. He's more dominant on the right as a pass protector, and he just stones opposing edge rushers and tackles, no matter the setting. That's important. So if you go, I tried to go find some film on this kid. He's got a YouTube channel, and it's all volleyball. Uh, so he's got a pretty strong volleyball background, and you can see that. You can see that in his football film, the way he moved, um, his awareness, his lateral movement. He can back a punch and has the feet and quickness to get out and lead on sweeps and traps. Obviously, that's a big deal. Gets to the second level with ease and plays through the whistle. Rare to see an athlete his size who can move the way he does. Now, this kid, again, is 6'4", 320. He's a big, big dude. I mean, you can see his picture right there on the official graphic. I mean, he is a big guy. I think he's a solid get for this offensive line, especially considering he's a supplemental piece in a way. I'm not saying he's never going to start. He absolutely will start at offensive line for Alabama. But when you look at the class Alabama put together in 2025 and how they're kind of filling some gaps with their 2026 class on the offensive line, obviously there's other positions of need in this class: linebacker, edge, line, tight end, maybe a couple wide receivers. But I mean, this is a huge, huge get. It's a very big unit, and it also keeps that portal, pipeline with California open. Alabama, since Kalen DeBoer and staff has come over to Tuscaloosa, there's been that relationship they have out on the West Coast. We've seen that play out. I think it started more under Nick Saban with guys like obviously Tua when he got to Alabama, Bryce Young, people like that. But I think DeBoer, he understands that there's a lot of untapped potential out west. Oregon, Washington, and USC are the big players out there. And so if he can go and pull a couple of guys away from those programs, as well as go over into neighboring Georgia, neighboring Mississippi, in the state of Alabama, pull a couple guys out of Texas and Florida, you built yourself a pretty impressive roster. And so we'll see, but our prediction is in. I feel pretty good about this one. I've got 60% on the graphic. I'll be honest with you, that's just because I didn't change it from the last player that was on it. I'm sitting pretty high on this one, about 75%. So there you go, Alabama. All the hard work they put in these last 2 weekends is starting to pay off. I'll tell you this: Sam Utu is not going to be the last one. He will not be the last one in the coming weeks. There's going to be a lot of players who are predicted and actually commit in the coming weeks. It's going to be a fun watch. And so, again, if you don't want to miss any of it, you got to make sure you're with us, right? You got to make sure you're subscribed and all the things because we are posting shorts, we're posting long form content. We do lives every week on Thursday night where we're talking about this stuff. We talk about everything else too. It's not just recruiting. You guys just seem to really, really like recruiting. Um, so, and you know, we're right in the middle of it. So I really do think Alabama has a shot at number one class in the country. If they're going to do it, they got to land guys like Xavier Griffin, Xavier Crowell, Area Morgan, maybe a Jair Edwards. See, but they are definitely in contention. They will likely finish with a top three class. So make sure you're subbed, hit the notification bell before you head out. As always, like we tell you every video, you guys are the best. Be sure to please say your prayers, read your Bible, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.